Okay, my Husky build's finished. The only thing that I'll possibly get later on is a pipe, but I'll show you all the mods in a minute. First of all, I just want to thank Rory from Rox Motorcycles. You'll see that part of the video right now, and then I'll get back to the mods. Look, we're at Rox Motorcycles here in the background. It's a Saturday morning. I'm pretty excited. Picking up the new 701. I'll show you behind me. How pretty is that? Shouldn't say bikes are pretty, but that is pretty. Love the colours. Love the old blue style. That's the old Husky style. The yellow looks good. So I'm going to turn this into a really light adventure bike. If you've seen in the past, my last bike had a Britannia screen and fuel tanks and a few other things on the front. It made it a bit heavier, but it was really good for long range. This one I'm going to turn into a really lightweight adventure bike. So the first big ride we're going to do is the Husky Trek in Tasmania. There's about 18 of us coming from Port Macquarie and Wauchope, or in this district anyway, the Hastings. Can't wait for that. That's very, very soon. So look forward to those episodes. But I'm just going to show you around Rox Motorcycles. Okay, so this is our local Husky, Honda, BMW. Now, this is a nice showroom. They've got the new Honda Transalps. Got scooters, electric bikes, look, kid bikes, little CRF 50s, which is great for our grandkids. Full range of Huskies, going through from the 23 models right into the 24 models. How cool is the old school Husky colours from back in the day? All right, this is the BMW showroom over this side. So everything BMW is on there. All the clothing, gear. As we run up through this, I always get my tyres from Pete. So it's always a full range of tyres through here. If you want anything, just go and see Justin at Spares. Sort you out. Always full range stuff. Now, Motorex. They gave me a heap of this Motorex stuff. I'll be doing a bit of a review on it, I suppose you could call it. I'm going to test it out. Some truck wash. I've got some spray to put on the plastics and stuff like that. So I'll let you know how all that goes. What else they've got in here? Look, full range of gloves, safety gear, heaps of stuff for juniors, and then they've got a full range of clothing. But heaps of different brands, good quality stuff too. And then helmets. Like I've got, you know, they've got RI, they've got Shoei, Joe rides with a Shoei, but yeah, they've got Aero as well. You can see them all over here. Top quality boots, Gardeners, Alpine Stars, all the junior and youth clothing as well. I'm going to go straight over to Ben. Ben's been sorting my bike out. Look at him, he's normally a mechanic downstairs. He's been thrown upstairs. Then deep. How you going with it, mate?
Oh, I'm struggling.
He's struggling. So don't go and see him if you want spec.
I'll stay down in the shed.
But he knows what you're doing when you go down there. He's sorting my bike out as we speak. There's a nice looking 450. And the motocross range of Huskies. Rory. So Rory is the general manager and part owner of Rox Motorcycles. But he's got some exciting news about some e-bikes that are turning up.
G'day, Fulvio.
Yeah.
We do. We have, hopefully by the end of November, we'll have the Husky E push bike range under the new Husqvarna bicycle brand that's entering Australia. So yeah, we're hoping they'll be coming out around about mid-November. It's going to be a lot of media releases. All of the social media sites for Husqvarna bicycles in Australia just went live last week. So it's all happening. It should be a good thing.
That's pretty exciting. The good thing about Husky is they've got a full range of everything, haven't they?
Yeah, now we're going, well actually as well, with the new little kids electric bikes that are about to land and the Stasic balance bikes. Husqvarna could put a kid on a bike from about 2 years of age with an actual twist throttle and a motor all the way through, you know, e-bikes as well in the mountain bike side of things, but right up to your oldest motorcycle rider, whatever he wants to buy. They've got almost everything in the range now. So
yeah, it's a whole new
growing
world.
brand.
Yeah, it's a whole new world now, amazing. All right, Rory, thank you very much for your help and your involvement in getting this bike, and I'm looking forward to getting the build on the way. And obviously everything I get is from here, so looking forward to, and I'll come back and I'll show you when it's all done.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much for your business once again. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, mate. Bye. All right, so now it's time for me to go and play with my bike. Let's go and put it together and make this lightweight adventure bike.
Righto, back to the mods. Righto, so I'll start with the shoes, okay? So tyres on the rear, put heavy duty tubes in. Also, I run Dunlop 606s on the back. The combination I use is a 606, and at the front, I use a Pirelli Scorpion. That is a TT desert tyre. It's one of my favourites. So everyone has their own combination of tyres, but that's my favourite that I like to run, and I've been running it for years. Okay, as we move up from the bike, engine-wise, I haven't put on a big, crazy big bash plate. I've decided to go with a standard one. That's what I ran last time, and it done me well for 47,000 kilometres, sorry. But I do put some triple clamp engine mounts, engine guards on. I've got one for the clutch cover and one for the other stator cover on the other side over here. So there's the stator cover there. So they're the only two engine mods that I put on there. So that's protected everything. As I move up from the bike, I put Husky radiator guards on. There's Husky hand warmers or heated grips, which I really, really love. So they come off my last bike. I've got double take mirrors. If you keep going through the dash here, I've got the quad lock with a wireless charging unit for my iPhone 14, and then I have a Garmin 750, which I use for navigation. I've also, on the top of the shocks, just down there, if you can have a look, maybe, I've got a couple of press button, just there, press button gas air removers for when it gets hot, make it nice and easy. Where else have I got up the front here? We'll come around to the front. I always use bark busters. They were my old bark busters, but I put some new VPS guards on there at the moment. They look pretty good. And I've run the standard Husky windscreen. I did have a Britannia front screen with a light on it, but I decided to keep this nice and light. The Britannia screen weighs about 3.8 kilos. This weighs about 900 grams all up, so very, very light. All right, heavy duty tubes in the front as well. And then as I go through to the back, my luggage, I always use my rackless Moscows. I either use the 10s or the 20s. I don't carry much in these things. They're really, really light. I carry in this bag here, I'll carry my toolkit. There's, what else is there? A tow rope and a medical kit. And on this side over here, I carry a few nuts and bolts and some spares, chain links, and a couple extra straps. All right, in the front, I'm using the Enduro Stand Sandstorm 4. This is only brand new. It's fully waterproof. I love this little thing. It's actually not as big as my last one I used to use. I'm going to carry my GoPro and all that stuff in here, but it's cool. It keeps all your credit cards and all your stuff, your hats, whatever. It's not really big and it's not intrusive. All right, now, before I go any further, I'll just show you. People go, oh, you're using your rackless and Moscow stuff and it's hard to get to the fuel, to fill the fuel up. I'll show you how easy it is. All you do is undo the straps there. Straps here when you go to the servo. It takes a couple of seconds. Do that. And then what you do is you keep your straps long. And I use, sorry, before I forget, I've got a Perun back on here, which is my rack that I use in the back. I've had that for years. It's great. So all you do, then you just grab that, slide that back straight into your filler. So that's super easy. When it comes to the front, I like to take this off here, and I'll show you what else I've got underneath this seat. I'll take that off there, hit the button here, undo this, and voila. I love this new unit. On my old bike, I had a Rad Garage fuel tank underneath here. I've decided to go light. So I've put a new twin air filter system in it, which I had the old system before, which was not as easy as to use as this. It had 2 bolts in it and wasn't as good a coverage. So in here, this is what I carry my spares in. So I've carry this compressor, a Rocky Creek compressor. I keep my tyre changing gear in here, cable tyres, a couple of nuts and bolts, some gloves for when I change the air cleaner, and I always keep a spare tube. So that fits in there so nice. So that way I don't have to use on the back of my on my Moscow bags. All right, I think that's it for mods. I kept standard gearing. I did go, on the last bike I had it a bit lower geared in the back, and then when I was on long range rides I used to put a 16.2 front sprocket. This time I've just gone stock standard and we're going to run with that. This is the bike I'm leaving in tomorrow to go to the Husky trek in Tasmania with 18 more of my mates that are leaving from this area as well. Hope you enjoyed the mods, guys. Like and subscribe if you like the content that I've got here, and I'll do a full review on this bike. This bike is way different to my 2020 model that I had. It's chalk and cheese, but I'll let you know more about that when I come back from Tassie. Bye for now.